Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into today's video. Okay, so first off, oh my goodness. Today's video is going to be very exciting because we're going to start off by doing a little bit of an unboxing of some Madam Glam gel polishes that they sent over for me to try out for you guys. And I'm super excited. First of all, I can't believe that Madam Glam reached out to me. Oh my god. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Madam Glam reached out to me and they allowed me to pick 3 gel polishes of my choice to go ahead and swatch out and just put that into a nail set. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. All right, so this is actually 2 boxes. I just kind of stacked them on top of each other. So let's go ahead and open up this one. All right, so in this little package, we have 3 of the gel polishes that I picked, and it also does come with a base and a top coat, as well as a mini nail lamp. But before we go ahead and start doing some of these swatches, I'm gonna open this other box because I don't know what's in it. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, okay. So it's basically the same thing with all of the same colors. Now, I'm not sure if I was supposed to get 2, but yeah, we have 2. Okay, so back to the first box. I'm gonna go ahead and take everything out and we'll start swatching and testing out this lamp as well. I'm very intrigued to see how this works. All right, so here are the colors that are included as well as the base and top coat. As per usual, let's go ahead and start swatching these. And I am gonna use this nail lamp just to see how well it cures these swatches. Okay, the first color that we have here is called Flores. Next, we have Fifth Avenue. And last but not least, we have Balsam. Okay, so these are the 3 colors, and as you could tell by the swatches, these are definitely more on the medium to full coverage. What I will note is that it is not 100% opaque on the first layer, but even still, I think on the first layer, the coverage is pretty nice. All right, so those are the swatches out of the way, and I absolutely love those colors. I'm very excited about the set that we're gonna be doing later. And if you are interested in purchasing some Madam Glam polishes, I will leave their link down in the description box, as well as their official website. I will also leave my discount code NailsByKai35 down in the description box below. And when you use this code, you can save 35% off of your purchases. And if you are interested in making a purchase, but you don't necessarily want to be a VIP member, do make sure to select pay as you go before you check out. Now, before we go ahead and get into today's nail set, I do want to say thank you so much to Madam Glam for sending me these products and allowing me to review them. I'm honestly so grateful, and I just can't even believe that like they reached out to me. So that was very surprising and exciting. But enough of me rambling. Let's go ahead and get straight into today's nail set. All right, so these are what my natural nails are looking like. And as you can see, they look pretty good. I did go ahead and groom them a few days ago because I couldn't wait until I filmed next. Like they were absolutely horrendous. So because I went ahead and prepped my nails, I am just gonna go straight in with my matte peel off base coat. And for that, all you're gonna need is some matte top coat and a little bit of cuticle oil. So I'm first gonna start off by adding a very tiny drop of oil onto my nails. And I like to make sure that I rub this in very good because this matte peel off base coat works very well. And I don't want these to pop off for probably the next few days. So to be honest, a lot of it just gets rubbed into my skin. And next I'm gonna go in with 2 layers of my matte top coat. And then I make sure to cure each layer for a full 30 seconds. A random side note, but like my thumbnail I think is like fully back to normal. If you guys remember from my last few videos, I had like this really weird like white spot in the middle of my nail, and that was because at some point I had a huge dent in my nail from overfiling, of course, and it was starting to grow out. But as it grew out, it was like starting to peel off, and that just looked really, really ugly. I'm so glad that it just looks like a normal thumbnail. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited with like how my nails are like getting back to normal, minus my pinky. But like, yeah, my nails have been like looking a lot better these past few months. And if you guys remember what my nails looked like when I first started my channel, then you definitely know what I'm talking about. Today, we're actually gonna be doing some gelX tips. So let me go ahead and size out my nail tips for that. All right, so I have all of my nail tips sized out for today, and I'm actually gonna be gluing this on using some blooming gel. Now guys, do not use blooming gel to glue on these tips, especially if you want these to last. I definitely recommend buying the like gelX glue that like normally comes with these tips. So do as I say, not as I do. But I am using this because I don't have the gelX glue or the stuff that they use to attach it. So I'm just gonna go with the thickest like clear gel that I have. Before we do anything, I'm actually going to just file the inside using my medium sanding band. This just helps the product to adhere a little bit better to the nail tip because these are pretty smooth, and without that friction, it's going to end up popping off. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and create some scratches using my sanding band. And of course, before you attach these, make sure that you're dusting off the inside so that you're not preventing it from sticking because of the dust. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this blooming gel and just place it into the well of the nail tip. And I should mention this, I really don't know what I'm doing. So do not take this as like holy grail because I'm very much experimenting with using like gelX tips. So I'm just going to place this down here. And then I'm going to apply a little bit of this to my actual nails. And I'm only applying a very thin layer because I don't want this to flood too much. So just something like this. And starting at the base of my nail, I'm just going to press down and bring this upwards, so that I have something like this. And I'm going to make sure it's straight before I cure this. So I think this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and cure this for 60 seconds. Okay, so this is the nail. Don't mind this little white spot over the nail. That's just from the sanding band. As you can see, I did get a little bit of flooding around my cuticles, but I don't really mind too much. That's something that I'm gonna go ahead and fix once I seal my cuticles. But so far, so good. Normally when I do this, the tips are crooked and I have to like pop it off and do it again. but I actually got it straight, so I'm very proud of myself. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing to the rest of my nails. Again, the first thing you do is make sure to get all of that dust out of the nail tip. Next, I'm taking this gel, just placing it into the well of the nail tip. And if you can, try and get out all of the bubbles first before you press it onto the nail, because that just saves you a lot of trouble in the end. You don't want there to be like all of these bubbles in the nails, unless that's like the look you're going for, but if it's not, then you wouldn't want that. Next, I'm applying a little bit of this gel to my actual nails, making sure not to put too much because I don't want this to flood. And lastly, I'm going to start at the base of the nails and press it upwards. And once you have it positioned, just go ahead and cure this for 60 seconds. Okay, so all of the nail tips are applied, and as you can see, it's not the greatest, definitely not the greatest. I wouldn't even say that it's good, but we're gonna make it work. The next thing I'm going to do is just start to seal the cuticles, because as you can see, I did get a little bit of flooding on pretty much all of the nails. So I'm actually gonna go in with a ceramic bit instead of a carbide bit, because this is just gel, so it's not super hard and you don't need anything too coarse. Now, while you are doing this, make sure to be very careful. And of course, do make sure to kind of push your skin back so that you don't end up cutting yourself. So for this step, I'm only going around the parts that are like flooded, and I'm making sure that it blends in nicely with my cuticle area. And in case you're wondering, I am using a speed 7, so it's not too high, but also not too slow. Okay, so I tried my best to seal my cuticles, and some of them do look a little bit weird because I was doing too much. The next thing I'm going to do is kind of shape these up a little bit, because as you can see, they're definitely a little bit round on the edges, and I do want it to be a little bit more straight. And I'm also going to make the tip a little bit more crisp, because I do like my nails to be super sharp. For that, I'm just going to be going in with my 80/80 grit nail file. So once I've got the sidewalls and the tips shaped up, I'm going to go in with my mini buffer just to completely smooth out the surface. All right, so the nails are nice and prepped and ready for the nail art process. So let's go ahead and get straight into that. So before we go ahead and get into it, today's nail set is inspired by Nails by Mexi over on Instagram. I saw this set like literally yesterday and I was like, you know what? I think I might actually do this because I had something else planned, but I was kind of nervous about executing it. But normally that's what happens when I like do my own thing like in my head and like I create my own set. I always find a like another set that just looks better and I'm like, you know what, maybe we'll do this one instead. It's something I'm working on and like freestyles are like really difficult for me, but I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. Before we go ahead and do anything, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off my nails using some isopropyl alcohol. Okay, so firstly, I'm going to put all of my colors onto my mixing plate. And speaking of this mixing plate, I got this from Shein a few days ago and I didn't know it had this border on it. So it's a little bit impractical, but I still have my other one, so that's okay. It's still really cute though. I just don't understand why there's a border. What if polish gets stuck in it and I can't get it out? That's unfortunate. But anyways, I'm going to take all three colors and put them onto my mixing plate. And because this set is kind of doing like the airbrush effect, I'm not going to need too much of any of these colors. For the nude part, I'm going to use this Born Pretty color. This is in the color JN14. All right, so the first step in this is to create the nude part of the French tip. So I'm going to take a little bit of this nude onto my medium line art brush. I'm just going to like create a line down the middle first so that I know where the center is. I think I'm going to take it down to about there. Now I'm going to create like the C curve shape starting at the center and pulling this upwards. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. And now I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the gaps. All right, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and flash cure this. So I'm going to go in with a second layer on this nail and then do the exact same thing to my other four nails. All right, so I went ahead and did all of the nude parts of the French tip. And now I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the airbrush effect. Now, if you guys don't know, for this, I usually just go in with a fan brush because I don't have the like airbrush tool. And this is kind of like the best method that I've come across, at least in my opinion, I guess. So basically what I do is I take a little bit of the gel polish. I kind of just like stipple it on to the nail. And I like to keep most of that color in the middle. And then I just go around and I blend it out, make it nice and blurry. And I'm kind of just doing this in random spots. I don't really have any like specific layout that I'm going with. So I think this is all of the pink that I'm going to do for this nail, but instead of just curing this, I'm going to add pink in some of the other spots on my other nails. So this is the first layer. I'm going to go ahead and cure this for probably about 10 to 15 seconds, just to make sure everything is nice and locked in place before I go in with my other layers. And now I'm going to keep doing that until the opacity is probably light to medium. This is a little bit too light for me. I do want the color to be built up a little bit more. And then after that, I'll go in with the other colors and do the exact same thing. All right, so all of the airbrush is on. The next thing I'm going to do is take this metallic drawing gel and kind of create that 90s like sort of line and dot design. I'm going to go in with the same medium nail art brush that I used to create the outline for the French. I'm going to go ahead and cure this for 30 seconds. So in the picture, it looked like they used little silver rhinestones, but I'm actually going to go in with some metal beads because I feel like it might go a little bit better with the chrome. And also I kind of just like want to use them. I've had these for a while and I haven't used these yet. So yeah. And I think I'm also going to go in with some of these little stars, but I'm not exactly sure yet. So we'll see. I'm only going to apply a few of these beads in like some areas. And I think I'm just going to use the beads that's like already on the top. Okay, so I think I kind of like it. I'm not exactly sure. I think I'll go with it though. It's honestly not that bad. It's just a little bit weird. I don't know. But maybe weird is good. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and cure this for about 30 seconds. Okay, so I've concluded that I don't want to add the butterflies and I think I kind of just want to stop here. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish this off using the Madam Glam top coat. All right, so this is everything complete. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this off with some cuticle oil. And that completes today's set. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this one. I really do love these nails. It's definitely giving like tropical vibes. And to be honest, I was a little bit nervous about the combination of colors, specifically because of the yellow. I wasn't sure if it'd be bright enough, but honestly, it goes so well with the set. And speaking of these Madam Glam gel polishes, I really do love the consistency, the vibrancy, and the overall feel of these gel polishes. So if you're interested in looking for some vibrant gel polishes, or maybe you just want to pick up a few different colors. Definitely check out their website. I will of course leave it in my description box below. And along with that, I will also leave my discount code nailsbykai35 in the description box for you guys as well, and also on the screen. But besides that, I would love to hear what you guys think of this nail set. It's definitely a little bit different for me. You guys know that I normally don't do anything this colorful, but I honestly really loved the outcome, and I would definitely be doing some more colorful sets this summer. But as always, I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I will see you guys in the next one.